President J.D. Vance is in L.A., where there is tension over President Trump's response to protests. Vance is expected to tour federal facilities and meet with Marines. His visit comes a day after an appeals court ruled the president lawfully exercised his authority, deploying the National Guard in response to protests in L.A.
Now, in the meantime, a federal judge held a brief hearing today over whether the Trump administration should continue its deployment of troops to L.A. The judge put off issuing any additional rulings after Thursday's decision. The judge instead asked for briefings from both sides by noon Monday on whether the act had been violated. The act prohibits troops from conducting civilian law enforcement on U.S. soil.
All right, so let's unpack some of this. We want to talk about these rulings with Leslie Jacobs from the University of Pacific. Thanks for joining us. How does this ruling shape the balance of power between federal and state governments regarding the control of the National Guard?
Well, it's a half-empty, half-full situation for both California and the president. That is, in this particular factual situation, the court said the president likely has the authority to deploy the National Guard, but it also rejected the president's argument that there's no judicial review of the circumstances for deploying the National Guard, meaning that in the future, the governor can continue, and other governors can continue to go to court and argue that the circumstances don't exist to do it.
Could this set a legal precedent affecting state sovereignty in the future, do you think?
We should be clear that this is an emergency motion ruling. And so it was just a likelihood of success that the court had to find. It was a very quick decision. So if it were to affirm that in a final judgment, then yes, it would affect the relationship between states and the federal government. But again, it's a middle ground position. It's not a win for either side.
It gets really confusing because you hear all these rulings, you think it's going back and forth, but really this case is working its way through the system. What are the possible next steps for this case for Governor Newsom and President Trump?
Well, we had a hearing today before the district court judge again, and he is asked for briefing for a hearing on Monday having to do with whether the deployment, even if it's okay for the president to have done it, whether the things that the National Guard is actually doing violate a law that says that the National Guard can only support the federal troops, only support the federal enforcement officials and not do the enforcement themselves. So that's what we would expect to hear on Monday, is a ruling about that. Well, a hearing about that, because he also said that the parties are supposed to determine whether he should be deciding it or whether the Court of Appeals should be deciding it. So again, this has all happened very, very quickly, up and down. And so we will have action on Monday.
All right, Leslie, thank you so much for your insight. We appreciate it.